We getting it downed, going into the Nightendo. Got your girl Mishi coming like Mitsubishi. I wish she could squeeze me. Take it to a movie. Cut tree down. I think I might go to put on a movie tonight. At the Fury Road Plain, going to the Finra Woods, down. Y'all feel that? Hell yeah. Boom. I don't really care about this enemy, like, really. Sayonarly. Ooh. Cut down some trees. That's what's my edge of duality is almost destroyed. There it is. Goodbye, edge of duality. We had such a short time together. Ooh. For real, though, I got the high ground. Serious, Dom? You gotta be kidding me, Dom. Got an Octo Rock coming at me like that, Dom. You better recognize it's about to get dawned. Oh, somebody just got dawned. Yeah. Leader of ISIS just got killed. Just got dawned. Yeah. They're not reporting the death of terrorists to the liberal media isn't reporting Donald Trump's accomplishments. Yeah, it's difficult. It is difficult for the Democrat Party or the. It is difficult for the leftist media to deal with Trump's successes. It's very hard for them to deal with it because they want to report that he's failing. So if he's not failing, man, they've got a major problem. Yeah, so Matt Drudge may hate Donald Trump, but If he's very successful, then Matt Drudge just looks like an idiot, or somebody out with a vendetta, or somebody that has Trump derangement syndrome at that point. He just looks like most Democrats, irrational, emotional, over emotional, and unhinged. They just look like leftist lunatics, in other words. Knocking me all over the place. Down. Are we about to get him down? We're gonna come at you down. Rock dudes. Alright. Yeah, the Democrats are really desperate. So I think the Democrats were not so happy that the stock market rebound on Friday. Yeah. So the stock market can be tricky politically to rely on that because it's always going up and down and up and down, and it's rarely very stable. And so if you want to bet on the stock market, it's really difficult. It's like predicting the weather. It's hard. Yeah. So anybody who bets their political future on the stock market is like betting their political future on the weather. And that's just not stable. Because it's easy one day to say, oh, look, the Dow lost 1,000 points. Trump, the economy must be terrible. But the same logic can apply to Democrats too. But the stock market can come rallying back and regain most of what it lost or more. So the anti-Trumpers want a recession so that they can blame it on Trump. But that's just not going to work. So oh. Ooh. 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 Oh. Bam, bam, bam. Ooh. Mm. Do. Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Down, down. Ah, yes. So on yeah, Monday is the $850,000 Texas two-step lottery. So that's what we're hoping to try to hit. Our strategy is pretty good, like usual, but we kind of want to knock it out of the park one day as the goal, and not to do a stalemate or lose too much. Basically, the idea. Holy beans! They don't make it. They don't make it easy to get to the shrine. It seems like purposefully difficult. Yeah, like they designed it so they knew it was going to be hard. You know the. Is that my boy right there? Oh, I found a secret boy. Yes, I was like, when I saw the rock, I was like, is that my boy? It's my boy. Kaki. I love it. Found my secret forest spirit, the Shintoism from Japan. It's nothing like it. Well, I guess like folk fantasy characters from the island of England are somewhat similar to those in Japan, like sprites and fairies and or of the forest, like the like the Koroks or like the forest spirits in Japan's forest. Most cultures that have forests uh, have forest creatures and forest myths. Just how there's how there's like desert myths in Arabia, and there's like mountain myths in the Himalayas, and so forth. There's sea myths, kinds of folklore. There's Native American folklore, obviously, and so on and so forth, and on and on and on. Yada yada yada, etc. All right, we're back to it, baby. Can we do it this time? Can we make it happen? Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, yeah, it's in the wrong time though. So we gotta go back. We gotta go to the morning. Wow. Hey. Yeah, I marked it on the map because I was like, oh man, this is a pain in the ass one. So I did it. It's a pain in my butt cheeks. In my anus. Happy spring break for those in the spring break experience. All right. Yeah. Okay, it's 5 a.m. All right, we'll wait for the morning sun. Oh, that's right. I better go defeat that dude. Mm. Take the ball. Ball. Is there a dude down here? Take care of, Dom. About to get it down. Oh, once you kill him, he doesn't respawn until the blood moon, I guess. What? Yeah. Mm. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. It's time, baby. I better get to. Time is running out, though. Better hurry up, Dom. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's hurry as the sun comes up. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. What?
Your volley scale is now ready.
Shit. Keep that shit, boy. Here we go. Hit it like right then. Damn. It's got to roll off straight there. Not careful, you're gonna miss it. Gotta go like all the way. Oh shit. Man, this one is a fucking pain in the ass, dude. I hate this fucking one, really. It's really it's the puzzle that really doesn't totally turn me off from the game. It just really, like, really chaps my ass. This one. Balls. And try. Is it already past time? That's all the time we got. Shit. Yeah, just gonna make it. Oh fuck, man! A bunch of horse dick. All right. Bunch of shit. Oh, that's the secret to it, huh? It took me forever to find out, but. Oh, senior Islamic State leader killed in Iraq. Trump says his miserable life was terminated. He is the Trumpinator. The Trumpinator? You have been Trumpinated. What if he was like, I would be MAGA? Man, that whole shtick of Nolan Ryan, Astros, like the famous baseball star. He's doing like this, like, I mean, I don't have a problem with Texas accents, but he's doing all these commercials in his later age, which is great. He's like 80, 90 years old, getting paid a lot to do advertisements, but it's like, man, he's really leaning into the Texas accent to get money. He's just like, yeah, like he's really exploiting the Texas accent to try to like get paid. It's kind of hey, if I could make money like sounding like a hillbilly, I guess I would too, but yeah. Get the ocean. Yeah, Texas. Like really getting into a really thick Texas accent. Yeah, I do believe sometimes people use accents, to especially oh God, Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris were changing accents all the time depending on their audience. And God, they were awful. They are awful. Man. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, there's got to be a point for Nolan Ryan though where no one hardly remembers who he is anymore. I do because I was since I'm almost 45 years old, but like there's probably a lot of younger generations that have no idea who fucking Nolan Ryan is and don't care either. Seriously. That's just a rock monster up there. I don't want to do that. Yeah, so spring break has started. Instead of having a spring broke, I want to have a spring break. So, yeah, we need to generate some cash flow. And, there's like, so I need me a miracle to occur. And so I'll be praying for the miracle. Do, do, do. All right, so now we know how to not fail this, I think. So, and I think I've got it. I think I've got it down. What to do now? Oh wait, it's morning. Maybe I can knock it out. Let's get a Rivali up here. Ta-da. All right, let's see what we can see. Yeah, there we go. We're almost there. Are we gonna do it this time? We're gonna do it. Hey, let's do it. Ride it, my pony, my saddle, my Jimmy. Ooh, jump on it. You're horny. Let's do it. Jump on it. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. You're horny. Let's do it. Ride it, my pony, my saddle, my Jimmy. Jump on it. Mm. I like the bass on it's like boom, boom, boom. It's a song by Genuine. Genuine. That was a pretty creative artist. I'll say that. Yeah, I kind of do miss the R&B from the 1990s and the early 2000s. I thought it was really good. Really like first class shit. Really like amazing shit. There you go, baby. Nope, that didn't work. We thought we had the secret to the ship, didn't we? Yep. Second. It's just fucking roly poly, dude. I wonder if there's a way I can do Cryonis to act as shields. Yeah, to guide it in, maybe. And also kill this tumbleweed over here. All right, we gotta get cracking, dude, because this shit isn't gonna wait forever. Wait for me to get my shit together. All right. Yeah, this one just stresses me out because there's like a billion ways to fail it. Shit. Failed it again, down. All right. Is that gonna do it? Nope. It's gotta be like, man. Oh shit. Oh, this one. And you gotta go somewhere else for the snow things to respond to. Fuck. Yeah, it's already past time now. Yeah. So that's like, it's gotta be like at a weird angle. Oh shit. Yes. Fuck. Good shit, dude. If I could turn back time, I would fart with you. If I could turn back time, I would wear my diapers if you'd stay. But yeah, that was not a winner either. Fuck this one. Fuck this one. And fuck this. Fuck this shit. This is insufferable fucking one.
Your volley scale is now ready.
I don't usually side, but that time. Oh. This one is just ridiculous. Oh, shit. Shit. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. 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 Shit. 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 Fuck. 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 Shit. Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Fucky. Fuck. Fuck. Shitty. Shit. Shits. It was funny to say curse words until it wasn't. Until the point where it wasn't funny anymore. Until the point of tedium. Maybe. Fuck this fucking shit. Oh, fuck this fucking shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, we can add a song with like curse words like fuck this fucking shit. Fuck it. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck. Shit, shit. Fuck, fuck. Excellent songwriting skills right there. Hell no. Oh, hell no. Y'all want to fight a rock monster to blow off steam from that bullshit Mind Quest? Man, I'll tell you what. Might time for the battle of the rock monster on the mountain. I can't wait for it. Yeah. You better be ready for He-Man, Dom. Got the claymore and everything. Wait till He-Man and the Masters of the Universe come out, Dom. I'm about to get domed. The rock creature isn't right here. Are there no rock creatures on here? No way, dude. Oh yes, rock creatures here. Hallelujah. Oh, just start out bitch slapping. That's what's up. You always want to start out with a solid bitch slap, or more. He who throws stones in glass houses. Oh. Ooh. Nice one. Oh, excellent. Well, that's quality work. Oh. You'll have to fly like a Superman to the sea. Let your spirit carry me. Oh shit. I just busted ass. No, what are you doing, Link? The Adventures of Drink. Zelda 2 and The Adventures of Drink. Oh shit. Oh yeah, imagine trying to play that drunk. That game is so fucking hard. You would not even get past the first palace with the horse head dude in it. I like Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. Yeah, that one's pretty excellent. No, even though it's a side scroller, it's very very good. They should redo The Legend of Zelda: The Adventures of Link, but not a side scroller. Make it like an open world. That would be a lot better. That would be actually probably superb. Yeah, the music's really good in Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link. Of course, they have the famous guy, I Am Error. Love that one. Aren't we all, brother? He's spouting philosophy from the Adventures of Link game. I Am Error. I wonder if it's like the jelly who says that, or if it's like the dude who says I Am Error. It's very profound. Is he talking about the human race as an error? It's just too deep to know what it even is. It's like all your bases are us. Oh, man, it's too deep. It's well beyond my pay grade. I'll say that. Oh, it's my horses out there, Niggy. There's Niggy out there. Should I go get him? Niggy. Oh, he's out there. All right. Well, we need some supplies anyway, so yeah. Yeah, it was a pretty successful Pi Day. I was disappointed the lunar eclipse wasn't as successful, but that's all right. So I'm entered into the Texas two-step lottery $850,000 game because I won on Thursday night. So going to look in some remote work online next week. So look into some jobs that I could work from home and earn a paycheck off that. Yeah. Man, yeah. Imagine if the Russian Ukraine war came to an end, like in the next month or so. What a crowning achievement! But I don't think that the leftist media is gonna. I mean, they'll have to report what's going on, but they will not enjoy giving Trump wins. And Trump is going to have a lot of wins, and especially if there's peace in uh, Europe and Ukraine and Russia. And I don't really understand what Trump derangement syndrome is all about. I don't really understand what Elon Musk derangement is all about. They're not like my best friends. I don't know them personally or anything. I'm just saying I don't know where where the beef is. I mean, I don't see where the derangement is. Yeah, I kind of feel like I kind of feel like Donald Trump had the Tony Stark syndrome, that he snubbed somebody at a party 30 years ago, and they just still haven't forgave him for it or something, or they perceived that they were looked down upon, and they've held a grudge for like 30 years. But I know really what it is. Donald Trump went against the Clintons and the Obamas, and so the Democrat Party was um, all the liberals shifted into loving Trump to hating him, just like they've done to Elon Musk. Yeah, I wonder if Trump was ever a Democrat. He may have not ever been really a Democrat. I think he's it was just Elon who was a Democrat. Yeah, and then he switched to the Republican Party. Tulsi Gabbard is another Democrat who flipped from the Democrats to the Republican Party. So yeah, imagine world peace, even just for a little while. How cool that would be, just for a little while. I know a world peace in humanity is never going to last, but it would be nice to have a respite from war in the world, wars in the world. It would be nice to have a peacetime, a peaceful period, if that's possible. If that's in the cards, as Trump likes to say. Yeah, one liberal was saying, "Oh my God, Beyonce and Taylor Swift and Barack and Michelle Obama uh, endorsed Kamala Harris, and then uh, Hulk Hogan and Kid Rock, and did he put Elon Musk on there? I think he put like more like comical or uh, like funny people on there that endorse Trump, like Hulk Hogan and Kid Rock. Kid Rock is like the funniest one because it's like the strangest. I think it's even stranger than like Hulk Hogan. I think it's funny, this Detroit rap rockers like doing shows and performing for Trump. It's kind of like it's pretty amazing. And he's like known for getting like super trashed and like fucking you know being super like just fucking Kid Rock is just known for just like mayhem, being boisterous, being loud, being obnoxious, that sort of thing. Not really. He's kind of talented, but he's not real talented. He's just kind of talented, like just enough to get by. I mean, I don't think he's a great singer, but with the right song, for that country rap rock style, it works. His whole thing, his whole "I'm a tough guy" act, it works to sell the records. But I'm bad, I'm a bad boy, all that bullshit. Um, so the liberal, I'm sorry, guy on TikTok couldn't believe that Donald Trump became president. And if they're doing like comparison of celebrity endorsements, not everybody likes Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift, there was so at Donald Trump rallies, there's a difference. People come out first of all. So like in Donald Trump rallies, like there's like, you know, hundreds, thousands of people that come and they show up. And not only that, not only do the people show up, and there's lots of love there. The celebrities show up. Kid Rock goes up and, you know, does his rap rock, you know, oh yeah, and, you know, all that shit. And Elon Musk comes and talks about freedom of speech and democracy and human rights and all that. And then, you know, the crowd gets whipped up into a frenzy. And then Hulk Hogan comes, you know, and like, if you're trying to say that, you know, Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea is not relevant to American culture, I think, sure, he was bigger in the 1980s and the 1990s, the early 2000s, for sure. You know, I'll give liberals that. But in terms of being a worldwide, international, and national, worldwide Worldwide Wrestling Federation pioneer, and pioneer in the WWE, and also internationally for wrestling as well. And besides being like a television star and a film star for a brief period, you know, he's like, he even has his own, you know, real American beer. I mean, he's like an American icon, Hulk Hogan. So, I mean, I don't care if the guy's 80 years old or something. He's still a badass. I mean, he's like Chuck Norris. He just ages like fine wine. So, the Democrats and liberals and all the other snobs and communists, they probably have no idea how they were beaten by Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan and Elon Musk. But I think it goes back to it's a big cool club pirate ship, and of this like motley crew of people. I mean, you know, it's got RFK Jr., it's got Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, this team is incredible. I mean, basically, Hulk Hogan is like a living legend, basically. You know, so I don't know how a liberal or a Democrat can question that like you don't realize that guy is an American icon. Like you do not realize that. Maybe on some level they don't want to realize it. But Hulk Hogan has a lot more political capital than Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, who've been chilling multimillionaires in Martha's Vineyard and really living a very vacuumous lifestyle inside an echo chamber that only they occupy. And when they have to deal with the real world, they don't know how to anymore. So I mean that's a problem with the that's an issue with the Democrat Party in general, is that they've totally lost touch with uh, working, regular, common people. They have totally the elites, the bicoastal elites, have totally lost touch with um, lower and middle America. Totally. They have completely lost the plot, and you see the so Barack Hussein Obama is a Muslim. That yes, he is American, despite the birther controversy. All right, so he got into power because he was a smooth talker, a smooth talking lawyer, and lawyers are paid to lie, of course, uh, depending on their case, and so they're slick and they can lie and they're good at it. And he was a well-educated, slick lawyer, but he also had a Kenyan dad and a white mother, so he was the first interracial president. Not really the first fully African president, but the first interracial president with Kenyan African heritage. And so he's not like a brother. He's a half brother. Okay. All right. So Barack Hussein Obama was a shitty president. There's no. He was a polarizing, divisive, anti-American president and an anti-white president as well. In a country that's over 71% white, according to the latest census. Do you want a little tasty? Ooh. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know one of those super strikes takes out the giant. Nice. File that in my memory here. Um, so Barack is ugly. He has those stupid chimpanzee ears. That goofy ass mole. I mean, it's like, give me a break. Um, so the Democrats, when Obama seized power because he was half black back in 2008. So the reason why white people voted for him was because it was novel. It was new at the time because they thought it was progressive. They thought it was virtuous to do so. They didn't really look at the policies or anything. They didn't study his background. The white people that voted for Barack Hussein Obama and Joe Biden, they didn't do much investigation or research, even though the internet was, humming along back then. They just were like, hey, guess what? We're going to be real. It's going to be real awesome if we vote for Obama because, well, he's half black. There's always just been white presidents. So, like, we're making history. And, like, so it's just the new car smell. And it was just novelty. That's it. And then quickly Americans discovered that he was a shitty president and he was anti-American and all that shit. He barely won re-election in 2012. Barely beat that rhino Republican in name only, Mitt Romney, the Mormon from Utah. So they decided, well, there was 8 years of Bill Clinton, and Hillary Clinton was the first lady, and then she was the Secretary of State to Barack Hussein Obama. And so they decided, well, we got the Obama thing going on. Let's, all right, we did the first half Kenyan, half white man. And then they said, oh, you know what would be a really slick trick? The Democrats thought, hey, let's run a woman. Let's try to make Hillary Clinton the first female president. And of course, we know how that turned out. And I guess it was kind of like her past, her seedy, corrupt past caught up with her in a pretty major way. Is basically what happened. If the Clintons' political past and the Whitewater scandal, and if a lot of people weren't killed for speaking out against the Clintons, mysteriously vanishing, and people disappearing, speaking out against the Clintons, then I think she might have had a better shot at the White House. And then, of course, there was that weird video of her talking about knocking out some terrorists, and she was like caught on the hot mic saying, "We came, we saw, they died," and like cackling like a witch and shit. Strange, yeah. And then she was wearing the pantsuit and all that shit. And the Democrats think that they own women and minorities, and that's not true. So that's arrogance on their part, thinking that they're the only party that represents women and minorities, which is total bullshit. But they're trying to corner the market on that, on key demographics, and lock them up and say, oh, only white men can vote for, white straight men can vote for Republican or something like that. Which is more lies and gaslighting and bullshit. They just want to corner the market. It's just plain and simple. They don't want, if the Republicans run a woman and she becomes the first female president, then it will be the Republicans known as the party that elected the first woman president. So, of course, the Democrats fear this greatly, as they should, which is probably likely to happen at some point. So the trick of running a woman, in this case Hillary Clinton, did not work. So through the Chinese plague, the Democrats were able to get Barack Hussein Obama his third term using the corrupt and incompetent Joseph R. Biden from Delaware. And so there you go, Barack Hussein Obama's third term, using Joe Biden as a proxy, essentially. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris as his puppets. Boom, bada bing. So they stopped Trump from getting reelected. Then they indicted him 91 times, and from Special Prosecutor Jack Smith, Department of Justice Attorney General Merrick Garland, Fani Willis in Georgia, Letitia James in New York State, and then Alvin Bragg of Manhattan, New York. And wow, they did so many persecutions and prosecutions. It's hard to keep up with all the people sometimes. Yeah, Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, Jack Smith, Fonnie Willis, Merrick Garland, Joe Biden, and then of course Joe Biden tries to act like he's not authorizing any persecutions of Donald Trump. And then the FBI they raid Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. And they harass his family members and all sorts of shady, corrupt, and evil, unconstitutional, unlawful persecutions and prosecutions. And so yeah, I guess ABC, Dishonesty News, CBS, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, the usual suspects, New York Times, Washington Post, whoever, they're always saying, oh, Trump's going to get revenge and retaliation on his political enemies. Well, isn't that what the Democrats were doing? I mean, they've been doing that to Trump ever since he went down the golden escalator at Trump Tower and ran for the U.S. presidency. So a little, revenge. Sometimes, some people have it coming. So it's just in the cards, if you will. So even though Joseph Robinette Biden has immunity from prosecution because he's a former president, and he gave clemency and pardons to people that he thought, like, he wanted to protect his son and the Biden crime family from their vile crimes and illegal, unconstitutional activities. But I'm not sure that Prosecutor Jack Smith, Alvin Bragg, Attorney General in Manhattan, and Letitia James and Fonnie Willis, I'm not sure if those people are protected or pardoned by Joe Biden. So I would actually not I would not be surprised at all if Donald Trump goes after the people that are not protected by that Biden pardon, his executive pardon orders. But Trump's going to be smart about his retaliation. So how is Trump going to take down Fonnie Willis, Letitia James, and Alvin Bragg and Jack Smith, if they're not pardoned already? What he is going to do is a slow and deliberate review of their illegal persecutions, misuse of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, harassment of his family and himself, the 2 assassination attempts. Himself and Pam Bondi are going to slowly and deliberately look for legitimate crimes against Trump and his family, and they're going to prosecute these people if they're not pardoned by Biden, if they're not covered under that pardon. And if they're not pardoned, pardon my French, but they're going to be fucked. I mean, their careers, their so-called careers, are going to be effectively over. And that's if they don't face jail time for violating constitutional and personal property and human American civil liberties and rights. Let alone messing with a former and future president that was duly elected to office twice. So I think those people are in some pretty deep shit, unless they've got some cozy agreements going on. Yeah, so if Trump just went in guns blazing like what Merrick Garland and Joe Biden did to him, then the media is going to go, oh my, they're going to have a super cow and say, look, Trump's getting revenge. He said he was not going to seek revenge. And then, so that's why he's doing it slow and deliberate. And he's not really focusing a lot of time on revenge, even though it's really true justice is serving is actually retaliation and getting revenge. That's actual true justice, bringing criminals to bear. So that's the definition of true justice, is making criminals pay in whatever capacity that is, if they have broken the law. And the American people know that the laws were broken to persecute and prosecute Trump on many numerous occasions. You don't have to be a quantum rocket scientist to understand that. Maybe you can underestimate Kid Rock as an icon in American society. He's not really that great, but underestimating Hulk Hogan and Donald Trump, and thinking that Taylor Swift and Beyonce are going to get you elected president. Well, Beyonce didn't even perform for Kamala. Okay, Kid Rock went out there and did a show. Lee Greenwood went out there and played his signature song. People represented with Trump. They got their ass out there, is what I'm saying. They got involved. And Beyonce, she didn't play a show for Kamala. She just showed up, got a $1 million check, and then said, "Okay, bye. Good luck, Kamala." And then Oprah did her interview with Kamala, but she took her $1 million check. So these people are only paid to go there, and they don't even want to be there, and they don't even like Kamala Harris. They're just like, well, I'm going to play pretend, but people could see through that shit. So the Democrats thought that they could just say, oh, well, instead of a white female, let's try a female of color. She'll be Indian, African, whatever. And African Asian. It's African Indian, I guess. Yeah. So they said, okay, we're going to do a woman of color. Okay, we did a man of color. That worked out great. Or an interracial man. That worked out fantastically. White people were voting and young people fell for it. And then the white woman didn't work. The election of 2020 was rigged and stolen. So, and then there was, COVID-19. The coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, severe acute respiratory syndrome. Okay. So the Empire struck back, and they won because they rigged the election. They stole it, in other words. Yeah, and The Empire Strikes Back is a dark movie that I was born the day it came out, on the exact same birth date, and May 21st, 1980, and really January 20th, 2020 was my Empire Strikes Back. It was dun 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 dun. It was like the darkest day that Trump was not reelected. Now, I'm not the only person in America that thinks that if that election wasn't stolen, then at least it was rigged. And but what's done is done, We're in the second Trump term now, so we better enjoy it. Yeah, but the woman of color didn't work because she was stupid and sounded like she was drunk and high all the time. And not even like an intelligent drunk. Like, if there was an intelligent drunk, it would actually make sense sometimes. But she's real airheaded drunk, airheaded stoner. It's like almost unbearable. And her word salads and all that other shit are just awful. So she was not like a slick lawyer like Barack Hussein Obama. She couldn't really public speak worth of shit. She couldn't give a speech to save her life, essentially. Which sounded stupid. Yeah, she has like the worst attributes of a politician without any of the charm or the intelligence. So that recipe was doomed to failure. So people voted for Trump because they wanted to be on the cool pirate ship of a rogues gallery of of the of intrepid, rugged individual pirates, a massive motley crew on the pirate ship, as the metaphor goes. Beware the Ides of March. Julius Caesar. Yes. Prick us, do we not laugh? Wrong us, shall we not revenge? No, it's tickle us, do we not laugh? Prick us, do we not bleed? Wrong us, shall we not revenge? That's better. You've been having too much William Shakespeare instead of Shakespeare lately. A little bit too much Shakespeare. Not enough Shakespeare. Yeah. Yeah, that we read that in 10th grade at Klein High School. It was Julius Caesar. Yeah. It was an interesting curriculum in English class that year. Was that another like class where like there's kind of like a hot MILF teacher? We had kind of a hot teacher, but she was older though. She was like in her 40s or 50s or something. But she was like this kind of hot mom blonde and like and you know the kind that kind of like sometimes doesn't wear a bra or something and like you see her nipples. And I think I had a friend who was like, "Did you see what was her name? But was her name Miss Batista? I want to say." Yeah, that's where my photographic memory kicked in. And her name was because I remember I saved all my writings from that class. There was a lot of creative writing, and of course you had to read Shakespeare plays. And it was a great year. It was definitely better than Joe Gowan, who was like this religious nutcase, and so we had to talk about sin and lust and all this bullshit all the time. It was awful. And we had to read Puritan literature, and it was just fucking awful, awful, awful. You're not really supposed to have like a religious sermon in class, but like what Joe Gowan was doing is that she was using the material that was like from colonial America, like the Scarlet Letter, and she was finding religious, authors, and then she was accentuating the religious message of it. So she would not get in trouble by the uh, I don't know, is it the ACLU or something like that? I mean, she would get in trouble by the school district because it is the stories, but I know she was trying to interject religion into a secular classroom, which the students were not very happy with, but it wasn't bad enough. It wasn't so bad that the students complained. Yeah, her class was dreadful, but Batista was a fun chick. And then my buddy would always say like, "Hey, oh, could you imagine sleeping with Miss Batista?" And like inappropriate shit he would tell me, and I was like, "Oh, could you imagine Miss Batista's titties?" And I would just be like, "Oh yeah, that's funny, but oh my god." It's like, oh my god, dude, you've got to be. No, I mean I took it with good humor. It was rare back then to have a hot teacher. So yeah, if the teacher was really hot, for an older for a mature lady, then you know, hey, it's awesome. You can, teenage boys have fantasies, you know. Hot the teacher. Yeah, teenage boys especially have a lot of fantasies like that. Like, yeah, I fantasize about certain older hot teachers too, especially if they had like big titties or something. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Batista was hot. She was a hot, older, mature blonde. Yeah, I guess in that class I was kind of that year I was more interested in the class than the ass. So maybe because it was my first year at Klein High School, I transferred from Klein Oak. So that year I was just trying to cope with the new high school, and that year I was just in cope mode. I do remember that. Beware the Ides of March, March 15th. So the William Shakespeare play Julius Caesar is about Julius Caesar, obviously, and play about the Roman Empire. Um, and about the assassination of Julius Caesar. And they get these senators. It's like Brutus and Cassius. They want to get rid of Julius Caesar, so they plot to assassinate him, and then they get a whole bunch of swords and knives and stab him to death. It's a very uplifting one. Well, hey, at least they didn't crucify him. Speaking of crucifixion, next month is Easter. Hooray! Oh, but first, St. Patrick's Day, a celebration of St. Patrick in Ireland is coming up. Yeah. The most infamous drinking holiday of all. Speaking of which, some guy was shit faced and he killed 5 people in Austin, Texas. Yeah. He was driving a truck. Was it like a semi or 18-wheeler? I wonder why he thought it was cool to drive an 18-wheeler, getting shit faced. And then he was just plowing through cars on, was it I-35 or something? And he killed 5 people, 2 children, 3 adults or something. And man, it's one of those things like he was so like fucked up from hard liquor that he was like plowing through people like it was a video game or something. So people get like super fucked up in a big ass truck rig, and they're going at 60 to 80 miles per hour, and they're totally shit faced from tequila. I think it was tequila this time, and so at that point they're like, oh shit, why do I keep hitting cars? What are like, oh my god, why is there so many explosions? Where are these cops coming from? And like, why are people yelling at me? And like, you know what I mean? Like they're so fucked up, they have no idea what's going on until they get sober, and then they realize the gravity of their trouble that they're in. Oh man! So that was a tragedy in Austin, Texas. Happened yesterday, or so the biggest drinking holiday of all is coming. Most people are going to celebrate it tomorrow, though. They're not going to. But I have noticed some people are canceling things for Monday, and acting like because St. Patrick's Day is on a Monday, that the week does not begin until Tuesday for some reason. Well, it is an important holiday, so. The celebration of Ireland and Irish culture is a Western tradition, a holy Western tradition at this point. So I might just try to get. I think I'm just going to get like a pack of a few Guinness beers or something like that. Yeah. Just pour open some nice tall Guinnesses and enjoy the wonderful flavor of Guinness beer. You know.
The Bobby scale is now ready.
Did you like how I froze time and it made him like hit the tree, hit his head like 10 times? It's like da, 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 da. Oh, so yeah, there was a wrecker that came by me on the road one day. I was just kind of like, hanging out and by the roadside, and like because there was a grove of trees where I could take my laptop and do videos and like surf the internet or whatever. And so I heard this like really loud crash, and yeah, I saw the accident. It was like, and so the wrecker was laughing. The wrecker came up to me like, "Hey man, what happened?" And I was like, "Well, I heard a crash, or I saw a crash." And he was like, "What did it sound like?" And I was like, "Well, it sounded like a crash. It was like whoosh." And he started laughing at like, what did the crash sound like? I did like the sound effects for it. I was like, whoosh, it sounded like that. Yeah. Crash sounds like shit. It just sounds like chaotic shit fucking up. Loud noises. smashing noises of metal and concrete and all that. Would you die if you went to like a Italian restaurant and somebody was playing Cass's accordion song? If someone played like this exact song, like in the Olive Garden or an Italian restaurant, I would just cry. It's Toucan Sam. I love it. Fruit Loops. Where the forest dragon splays its jaws, a shrine sleeps with noble cause. Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. It's complete, dog. Always complete my shit, boy. Y'all better recognize shit. You're about to get recognized. Ooh. Well, maybe being recognized is a little bit better than being downed. You don't want that. You might get that Iraqi missile in the nighttime, take out the ISIS leader. That missile comes from the sky. Ah, kills the terrorists. His last words are like, his last thoughts are like, I was only trying to do terrorism and bring terrorism to the world. No. He probably thinks he's going to heaven with the 72 butt naked girls or whatever, 72 virgins or whatever the fuck. Whatever his whack ass beliefs are. Let's see here. I'm Magneto with magnesis. Yeah. Okay, it's almost 2 in the morning, dude. Yeah, that's Zelda. You start to lose track of time in the open world. It's like, yeah, I was thinking about that today. About Grand, I keep seeing that Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming out, and I started to think like, people want to live more in the Grand Theft Auto, like inside the video game more than they do want to live in their real lives. And that's kind of depressing if you think about that too much. People would rather escape in the metaverse in the world of Grand Theft Auto than actual deal with real life, right? And that's to me that's a depressing thought. They'd rather live in Ready Player One than actually live in their real lives. You're about to get down. What? Welcome to the dawn. How about them apples? Oh yeah. Up in the jungle, brother. Yeah, my friend was laughing at like they used to make these MTV CD compilations. They were called like MTV Amp, and I think it was like my friend had Amp 2, and they had this song on there that was like oh yeah, and then it's like sort of like a rap, and the guy's like, time to go to war again, time to go to war, time to go to war again, time to go to war, and yeah, it's actually a pretty good song, but we just like that part where it's like time to go to war again, time to go to war. It's actually a pretty good track though. Yeah, my buddy was Dutch, so he thought that like black people were like the funniest thing, like since sliced bread or something. So he would often just start laughing when he'd hear like black people talk and stuff because you know that was always funny to him. He didn't listen to rap, obviously, not very much. Yeah, there was one like in Washington D.C. We went into an old Blockbuster video, and there was it's Washington D.C. There's a lot of African American people there, so the guy we went into the Blockbuster video, and the guy was like, what do y'all need, baby? Like my friend was like, trying not to like bust out laughing. I don't know if he was queer or if he was just like, jive talking or something. It was pretty funny. Yeah, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. It was like take your time, baby. Whatever movie you need. He's like, yeah, I'm just trying not to laugh, but Eric's not really. He's not really keeping it together as much as I was. What did we rent? Did we rent The Limey or something with Terrence Stamp, where he's like, "Tell him I'm fucking coming. You tell him I'm fucking coming." It's like a revenge movie. Yeah, it's like before Taken. It's not as good as Taken, I don't think, but The Limey's all right. I guess the first Revenge was way before Taken. It was way before The Limey. It was that genre was really from Death Wish, Charles Bronson, really, I think. Yeah, we're just smashing the crates. Smashing, baby. Yeah. Time to go to war again. Time to go to war. Yeah, that was it. Oh yeah, because it goes. Besides it's saying time to go to war. Time to go to war. It goes in the jungle, brother. And that's the other funny part of it. No, what was the funniest moment with Eric? That was pretty funny at the Blockbuster video, but the old Blockbuster in Washington D.C. I think it was we went into the audio shop because Eric was always trying to soup up his car with the latest sound system and shit, and always trying to, you know. I mean, I guess a car is supposed to get you to point A, point B. That's the point of it. But really, I mean, a lot of teenagers, a lot of younger people think their wheels are a musical concert, you know, uh, place. Yeah, a car is not a concert hall. but teenagers and younger people try to turn their cars into concert halls, which I totally understand. I've been there, but so we're going into the audio shop, the car and stereo shop or whatever, and Sugar Ray comes on back in the day, and it's like, I just wanna fly, put your arms around me, baby, put your arms around me, baby. That song, and then we laughed because there was a redneck guy in the shop, and he goes, "Is that Fly?" And he goes, "Shit," because the song's kind of like obnoxious, an obnoxious radio hit. We just love the way it goes. They're playing Fly, and he goes, "Shit." Made us laugh that day. Yeah, I never really hated Fly. I mean, I know they played it like over and over again on the radio back in the days. Yeah, it's so the problem with Kamala Harris is that nobody cared, nobody showed up, and they didn't really perform. So Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris, whooped the shit, but she never toured with her. She never showed up. She never sang for her. And the celebrities they did have were like has-beens, like Ben Stiller. They were just like Jack Black. They were like people that were at the height of popularity and fame and wealth in, the late 1990s, early 2000s or something. So say what you will about Hulk Hogan being old, but the thing is that Ben Stiller isn't really a legend. Jack Black really isn't a legend. Now Jim Carrey is a legend, so that is different. So a lot of these celebrities were like 20 to 30 years old. I'm sorry, hadn't been popular or relevant for since the late 1990s or something. And so the Kamala Harris campaign famously went through $2 billion. $2 billion just to lose. That's horrible. I mean, it's great for the country, but I'm saying for them, it's like devastating. The Democrats' party's bag of tricks isn't working, and so their playbook isn't working, their strategy guide, and threes, baby. Who did that, boy? It would be cool if you could just decapitate him instead of having to deal with that shit. Where is this motherfucker? Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, past 2 a.m. Time to. It's definitely past my bedtime. Time to start a fresh new day. Saturday, and the weekend before St. Patrick's Day on Monday. Be safe. God bless and best of success as always. And Pie Day is long since been over. It was a great Pie Day. Got a great Papa John's that I'm gonna eat tomorrow too for lunch or something, and maybe Sunday as well. That pizza's very very good, so I'm gonna finish it off. Uh, so about to roll out. Yeah, yeah. Good night.